This is RJ City, and you are listening to Let the Hate Flow Through You with Jeremy Shear and El Giordano Diablo.
Let the hate flow!
Available on the Lousy Weather Media Network.
Welcome to Let the Hate Flow Through You, your weekly dose of audible hatred. I'm Jeremy Shear.
El Giordano Diablo.
And this week we are joined by comedian Bryan Sternik.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Welcome to the show.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it is. Twitter interactions were fun for so long, but then it was like, he's got to come.
Yeah, now I got to hang out in real life.
Yeah.
In this cool-ass basement studio.
Yeah, Paul's got a great setup here.
We love it. That's why I come all the way to Akron. So, Bryan, why do you hate your roommate?
My roommate, he's a motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh, so this isn't just roommates. This is one guy.
This is one particular guy.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so I've had a bad string of roommates.
Okay.
I moved when I moved out, being an adult, probably 23, 22. I had a good roommate, the legendary Rick Wong.
Oh.
He was solid roommate. And then this guy, his name's Kaywood. I'll say his name.
Okay.
Kaywood, and that's not
Is
even
that
his,
a real name?
No, I thought.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was his real name for years. I found out a year and a half. I lived with him for 3 years. I found out a year and a half ago that his real name was John, and I was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" He goes, "It doesn't need to be said." I was like, "Yeah, it does, because just getting mail for John," and I'm like, "I don't know that guy."
So you've been throwing away his mail?
Yeah, I was like, "Keep it in the mailbox." He goes, "No, that's my mail, dude. What the fuck?" I was like, "Sorry, I thought your real name was Kaywood."
Is it K-Wood?
It's C-A space Wood.
Jeez.
I think.
I hate this guy.
Yeah. He's a fucking punk.
Yeah, dude. All right. Fuck. So, how did you meet this person?
So I knew him, my childhood home. He, when I was probably 21, before we lived together, he lived across the street. And when I was 21, I was kind of working a grocery store job, hanging over my neighbor's house across the street who I've known. He was living with them through, what's that little hotel thing where people live there for 3 days?
The Cleveland Hostel?
No, Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
It was Airbnb. And I met him there, and he was just graduated college, and I was still kind of in a dead end job, didn't do comedy yet. And I would hang over there. That's when I smoked a lot of weed. I'd smoke weed, and I'd kind of hang out with him. I was, yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I moved out. I moved in with my roommate, Pat. And then a year of us living together, we moved out somewhere else, and we needed a third roommate. And I heard that Kaywood, needed another roommate. So he came by, and the dynamic was weird because I was a lazy fucking roommate.
Yeah, sure.
And Pat was I was messy. Pat would clean shit up.
Sure.
Yeah.
He would just clean everything up. I'd leave 2 dishes in the sink. I'd be like, I'll do them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come 30 seconds later, the dishes are gone.
Yeah.
It's very I'm lazy. He was just OCD.
Yeah.
Kaywood was right in the middle because he smoked a lot of weed. And he was just in his room playing video games all the time. So then they both move out for a year. Well, Kaywood moves out for a year. Pat went to law school. So I got Brett Thomas, the GOAT. And and this girl Brittany, that's another story. And then once Brittany moved out the next year, Kaywood's like, hey, I'm coming back. He moved to Denver because he wanted to smoke a lot of weed legally because he's paranoid. So then he comes back and he goes, hey, can I live there? I was like, absolutely, dude. Yeah, sure. Yeah. There was no hard feelings. He wasn't bad. And then it was me, Brett, and him. And 2 comics living together, there wasn't that person cleaning up.
Yeah.
I had to turn into that person cleaning up, and I was not good at it. I'd be like, yeah, I'll clean it. It looks good. I was the type of guy, if I clean something, I don't actually use cleaner. I just get paper towel and wet it. I'm like, it looks clean, so it's clean.
Right.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not the worst thing.
But then he just started building because me and Brett were pretty mad. By the time when it was just me, I was keeping it together. Brett, it was his first time moving out, and I have no hard feelings towards Brett. I love Brett, but we were just not clean.
Sure.
Right.
By the time Brett moved in and I moved in, it was just all comedy. And then it started picking up, and then like it started getting like a little not like really messy. I'm saying like 5 or 6 shirts in the living room,
Sure.
Okay.
like spread out, and like 2 pairs of shoes randomly. Like that's how it was. Dishes weren't really done. Dishes stopped getting done, and then the dude Kaywood moved in. He was like freaking out. I was like, dude, I got you. I don't want you paranoid. So I like helped him clean everything, and then he started just kind of just being like, whoa, okay, I need everything clean. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll help you. He goes, no, dude, we need to clean at a certain time, a certain day of the week. I was like, no, we can just clean separately. He goes, I don't want to do that. We can't do that. And I was like, dude, if you're getting that paranoid, I will help you out. So I kind of like suckered into it.
Paranoid about what?
I don't know. And now I'm like thinking, I was like, what the fuck was I like? I was just helping him out because he was fucking going crazy.
I will be straight up. I have been a shitty roommate in the past. Multiple times I've also been a very good roommate. I love living on my own the best. Still, like I love Chelsea, but I mean, if I could choose to live on my own, I would. Just I don't have to deal with anybody's bullshit.
Yeah.
Nobody can fucking say boo to a goose to me because it's all on me. You know, and that's what I liked. But I'm just curious, like going through this, like I'm curious to like hear the examples you give to like know if I've done it or not, because I know that people who listen to this show fucking have been former roommates of mine. I'm sure they're gonna want to know if I own up to shit. So like, this is one of these ones where I have to be completely honest. So
Yeah.
I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll speed it up because these are just little examples about how the dynamic changed.
I just want to know what the paranoia is from. Like that would be my first question for him. Like, what are you fucking paranoid
he was
about,
a
dude?
big weed guy.
So what?
Well, the thing is that he was like he's one of those guys like we can't relate. He was one of those preppy kids.
Okay.
Like he like ran track in high school, went to college.
Hence the dumb douchebag name.
Yeah, IT guy. He's quiet, but when he says like he has that he's got that need to. If I feel something, everyone needs to accept it. Like every time he
That's
got
not
mad, he
healthy.
goes, "Guys, I am offended. I'm offended. You guys all need to come around me and make me not offended." And at one point I was like, dude, like, if you got stuff going on, he goes, yeah, I don't like my job. I'm like, then quit. He goes, oh man, I can't. And he told me how much money he had as a savings account. I was like, dude, you could easily quit and not work for 6 months and just live here and just figure your shit out.
Yeah.
But you got some shit going, like you got mental shit going on.
Yeah.
And it really boiled because Brett moved out. Brett started dating his girlfriend Cassie, and he like stopped. That was his first girlfriend.
Yeah.
They're still together. They're awesome. But then they moved out, and he pretty much stopped being there. So all the animosity, like Brett's never seen Kaywood get like really wild. And I was always the one, like if he was having a bad day, I'd come and he goes, hey dude. The one time he walked me in the bathroom, he goes, come here. And like did that point thing, and I was like, what's up? And I just got out of work, and I just did a show, and I did a good show. I was like, all right, I'm fucking going home. I'm a fucking right, like hang out in my room. And he goes, hey, come here. And I was like, yeah, what's up, dude? And he like points at the toilet. I cleaned the toilet a couple days ago. He points underneath the seat, like you lift up both seats, and there was like a little pee mark from me from earlier that day. And he goes, what is this? And I was like, that's urine. And he goes, why is it there? And I was like, because I was peeing in the toilet and it must have splashed. And he goes, it shouldn't be there. Why are you making a mess? And I was like, dude, that's not a fucking mess. I was like, my mom's a hoarder. That's a mess.
Yeah.
You could have just easily cleaned up pee, or if there's something in the toilet, you could just flush it.
Yeah.
Like it's not a big deal to wait for someone to get home like 7 hours.
That's ridiculous.
I don't expect somebody to clean up my mess. I don't. But if you want it clean that bad and I don't want to do it,
Yeah.
you go right the fuck ahead.
Because that's a mistake. I'm not like peeing. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to leave a sprinkle on the seat. So Kaywood's pissed off. Like, no, I was just peeing. I was like, I'm in a rush. I was like, peeing. Whoop, I didn't even notice because I was in a rush. It's not like I pissed everywhere. Like it was like a public bathroom, and I'm like 8 years old. I'm not doing that.
Pants all the way down to your ankles.
Yeah, moving from urinal to urinal.
Marking your entire territory.
Yeah.
You laugh, but I've been in enough truck stops where it's like there's a
Guys just took their time peeing on Jeremy.
look. I don't know how you make gas money, but what I'm trying to
That's why they call it loves.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is. What you have the truck number 252. Your shower is now available. Yeah,
So is your Jeremy?
Yeah. One of the unspoken rules of the road.
Rule the road. Gotta get pissed on. But the crick of piss that exists in like the row of urinals at some truck stops. It's like I've got shoes on, but I feel like I need another pair of shoes.
I always
like,
wonder
once you
where that
pass it.
comes from, though. Like those people who will literally just like, you're in a public bathroom where there's plenty of places to collect your, your expulsions from your body.
Yeah.
Why do like some people feel the need to just like, are they not paying attention? They're just on their phone, like dick's just like whatever. Like I just don't understand. It's like, or is it like you hate your job and life that much that you're like, these gas station people who make probably a quarter of what I make need to clean my piss up. I don't get it. I don't get where it comes from.
I'm just assuming that everybody wanders in there and they just whip it out, no hand on it, and then it just let it fly and it goes, oh.
Yeah, it's when you're like, no, my dick's got the job, but you just came, so it's like 4.
Yeah.
It's like a multiverse of piss. And then you try to hold on to
Wang
it.
the Conqueror.
Yeah, Wang. You like hold on to it. You're like, no, I got it now. But then the 4 go to 2, and you're like, all right, I got it. And then the 2 go back to 4, and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Then the demon's in control.
Right.
Yeah, that just happens at every truck. Well, because people are coming at the truck stop.
Yeah, totally.
So that's what it is.
All right.
And then they're peeing afterwards.
Yeah, no. I now like this now science of deduction. I get it. I get it. Now
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah, we've solved a mystery.
Yeah. The process of elimination.
So after you get your truck,
Sherlock Blomes.
Yeah, sure.
That's a double pun, goddammit, because
Yeah.
blow is blow me.
Da-dum.
You didn't think of it.
I saw an ad for a Blamity show, and I thought it was like a Bloods only comedy show.
My first thought was like, wait, why didn't we get booked?
Yeah.
Like, Blamity, the fat dude should be booked. What the fuck?
If you had a red bandana. Get it.
Burlesque and comedy, Blamity. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, all right. That's still weird to call it that, but
It's like I thought it was a Grips only comedy show, but no, it's not.
I like how they need to save a comedy show. Like, all right, we're gonna have burlesque too, and everyone's like, all right, I don't feel like laughing, but I feel like beating it off later, so it's gonna be fucking awesome.
A lot of people try to make it work, and in some places it works.
Like burlesque and comedy.
Yeah, together. Some places it'll work, some places it won't.
How's the format? Like, does it start off burlesque and end burlesque, and there's comedy in the middle, or like?
It depends on who's producing. Sometimes you have a block of each. Sometimes you'll go like comic burlesque, or burlesque comic. Or
okay.
When I tried to run one that was comic burlesque, band, comic burlesque. But it's the energy levels required and the type of energy for each performance is so different.
Oh yeah.
Because you want people to be hooting and hollering at the stripping girls, but you don't want them to be interacting with you in that way for comedy. You want them to sit on their ass, pay attention, and laugh at my jokes.
Yeah, and that first comic too, that's got to be the hardest job, because like there's 2 burlesque acts, and then you're talking about how your dad fondled you when you were 7.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, this happened. Everyone's like, bring on the naked lady again.
yeah, they're like, yeah, just like everybody else here, dude.
Yeah. Like that's got to be like booking that and like running that's got to be pretty.
I mean,
crazy.
anything though would be. I'd rather book something like that than like, because I would never book this. But a few weeks ago, somebody said something about inviting people to a poetry reading, and I quoted it, and I said, "Don't invite anybody to a poetry reading. It's rude." And I forgot that we've had people on this show before who consider themselves poets, and I've always said modern poetry is dead. And like a couple of them were like, "Hey, like, well, I mean it. I think poetry's bullshit. I don't care."
Brian, have you ever done a poetry open mic?
No, there was one in Tremont, I believe, like a year or 2 ago. I wanted to do it, but then I just watched 22 Jump Street, and there's that scene where Jonah Hill's like doing that slam poetry,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I can't beat that, and it's that's going to end up way better.
Yeah.
Like there's college kids like listening in Tremont. It's just like, well, like 8 bar regulars
Yuppie
and like 4
douchebag
friends.
hipsters.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some weird shit happen in Tremont with Tremont regulars in comedy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, sometimes it's awesome. Sometimes it's a disaster. Sometimes it's an awesome disaster.
Like when somebody got shot just south of Tremont.
Oh, yeah. When somebody got shot at that room that you weren't running that night.
It was my room, and then somebody else ran it, and somebody got shot that night. And I was like, see what happens when you don't ask me shit? You didn't ask to run my room? Somebody gets shot. Because I had friends who were in the Irish mob. I didn't have anything to do with it.
But you knew.
But I knew who did. I know the guy. I know the guy who shot the guy.
My favorite thing that happened in Tremont was...
Remember when the car was on fire?
I wasn't there for the
Oh, you
party.
weren't there for that night? Oh, yeah. Dude, the craziest shit in the year and 2 months that I ran this fucking open mic, so much crazy shit went down.
It's fucking
like
awesome.
A car got firebombed in the middle of one of our shows right in front of the Christmas Story house. Like there was...
Oh, that's where your show was.
Yeah.
Was it at the rally?
Yeah. And
what you
TM
guys
Francis
talking about.
choked out this fucking dude without hitting him. He just choked him out. He knocked this guy out. And that was the night, I've said this before, that was the night I became TM Francis's friend, not his enemy. Yeah. And we've been friends ever since.
That was one of my favorite nights.
Yeah, that was
TM
awesome.
Knocking that guy out.
Even on behalf of who it was for and what a troublemaker that person is, it was still awesome to watch TM just literally pick a guy up by his throat behind him out of his bar stool.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
I want this show back now. Like, I want to watch people, because I went to the rally once, like 2 years ago, on like a 3-day bender with a bunch of bar people, and the one dude ended up passing out because we went there, like, it opens at like what, 5:30 or 6?
5 or 6, yeah.
And we went there at like 7 or like 6 or 7. And the one dude passed out, like that was in the group, and we like dragged him out. And the people in the bar were like about to call the cops. Like, I think that guy's on heroin. I was like, no, he's not on heroin, guys. We just did a bunch of coke these last 3 days.
If anything, his heart exploded.
Yeah, if anything, it was fentanyl. Okay,
Grow up, will ya?
grow up.
Raleigh has changed their clientele.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say, dude, if that would have happened, they would have been like, drag him outside, leave him the fuck out there, let him die on the street.
Well, that's what the bar people were. The bar owners, the lady behind the bar, she was like, it doesn't, just make sure he's okay, get him outside. And one of the regulars, he was like one of those old guys. He goes, I see that in my son. Like, you could see, like, he got it. He's like, I care about this stranger who is really coked up for 3 days.
Dude, right before I quit Facebook, I got into it with, like, one of the reasons I quit Facebook was for this specific person who claims they don't argue with people on Facebook, but that's literally all they do.
Yeah.
And I got into a bit because, like, somebody posted something about how, we should all, be able to care. What's the shit that they give people to... Narcan. Everybody should be able to carry Narcan
Like Pulp
around.
Fiction shit.
Yeah, like everybody should be allowed to carry Narcan around so that, if you see somebody overdosing, fuck you, man. Survival of the fittest. I've overdosed a couple times. Guess what? I'm still here.
Yeah.
Not my fucking problem, dude. Get the fuck out of my life. Your own.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying Narcan for your ass, Jordan.
No. You don't have anything to worry about anymore.
I'm not doing it.
No. Fucking if I die of a fucking heroin overdose, I deserved it.
Yeah.
I did it to myself.
Doing a lot of heroin.
I'm gonna call Chelsea. I watched him die.
You'd be like, thank God.
Yeah. He asked me for Narcan. I was like, I ain't no bitch.
I thought he meant I went and got him a candy bar. I couldn't find Narcan.
Yeah. I got him a Mars bar. Stuck it up his ass.
I took a picture. Do you want me to send that to you?
Yeah. Took a selfie with him.
Dead on arrival. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is his last moment of life, just me eating a candy bar out of your ass.
People are gonna love this.
And then you do the interview on the news as Mick Jagger.
At first, I started to taste them. Jordan's asshole.
Back in the cabin.
Answer that and stay fashionable. So your roommate.
Real fucking asshole.
Did you ever have to eat candy out of his ass?
No, I didn't.
Not yet.
But he did try to. He did. My girlfriend now when I started getting red flags. Like when all this was happening, like the pee thing happened. Like more. That was like the second run.
So there was no real red flags aside from like the paranoia cleaning thing.
I didn't notice the first time I lived with him. The first year I didn't notice any red flags because Pat was always cleaning shit up. My buddy Pat. And then the third run when he came in with Brett and me. Then I started realizing the red flags because especially it was during COVID too. He was really, this motherfucker was back and forth on if COVID kills you. He's like, no, COVID, I can't move in. I was like, no, dude, I'm in the medical field and I talk to strangers for stand-up, so I'm kind of a celebrity. You're fine. Celebrities don't get COVID. Tom Hanks got paid. We're just fucking with him. But I was like, no, dude, like come back in. Like I'm pretty safe. Like I get tested all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then he started getting the pee thing was... That was like the middle red flag. The first red flag was when I first started seeing my girlfriend and she met him. We were all drinking. It was like me, him, my girlfriend, and maybe one other person. And we were all drinking, and he doesn't drink that much. And we were drinking. He like wanted to play this like card game where like the card drinking game where like all the cards are like flat on the table, and you flip one, you start flipping them, and then you got to drink or some shit. And
I don't need to play drinking games to get fucked up. I just like to get fucked up.
I know. I was like, I don't really want to play this game, but K Woods, he just moved back in. Yay, let's have fun. Like this was the first night. I think this was the first night. Like one of the first couple weeks he moved in. So we're playing the game, and my girlfriend doesn't really drink beer. She's more of like a mixed drink girl.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she's playing the game, like kind of drinking this beer, and he's getting drunk, and he's like, you gotta drink, you gotta chug that whole beer, and I'm like looking at her, and she goes, I don't want to, and I was like, you don't have to, it's just a stupid game, and he goes, no, she has to fucking drink, and she's like, drinking, I was like, no, stop drinking, dude, relax, it's not that serious, and he like stands up, he goes, you need to fucking drink, it's a part of the game, and I'm like, and then she's drinking, I was like, stop drinking. Stop! You don't got to appease this guy. And I was like,
first and foremost, I need to have a talk with your girlfriend to not listen to you or this fucking guy.
Yeah, I was like, stop drinking. Why you? And then because I didn't yell at him yet, like I was just like, dude, what the fuck you doing? And then when she like the last time she tried to drink, I was like, you're done drinking. I chugged the beer, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You just met my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not like trying to hit her or like do anything, but you're being pretty fucking rude,
aggressive,
against her wishes, against my wishes. And he goes, it's a fucking game. No one plays the fucking game. You got to play the game. I was like, you don't got to. This isn't Triple H shit. You don't got to play the fucking game.
No.
And that was the big red. And then afterwards, he apologized like the next day because she slept over. And she goes, yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like, yeah, I've never seen that. And then that was kind of the first red flag. But I was busy like doing like trying to get back into stand up because it was COVID, and I was busy doing all this stuff. I didn't really pay attention to the red flags. And then there's a bunch of little. So it's like that little stuff, and then paranoia of like every other week he's like, hey, like you need to do a better job cleaning. Like you need to do this more. You need to do that more. I was like, yeah, but dude, you don't like you're talking about cleaning shit up. If you want it done, just do it.
Yeah.
If you want me to do it,
I'll do it when I
I'll do it when I can. I'm not gonna appease you. Like I remember I had to go to this show. I had to go to this like Saturday. It was like one of those like first Saturday shows during the pandemic. And I'm going to the show, and there's like a couple dishes in the sink, and I was like, hey, I'm leaving. I would let him know. I was like, hey, I'm leaving these dishes in the sink because I knew how anal he was getting. Hey, dude, I'm leaving these dishes in the sink. I gotta go to a show. And he goes, dude, you said that last time. I was like, they were in there for a day. They were in the 4 dishes were in the sink for a day, and you freaked out. I'm telling you, I'm leaving these here. He goes, you need to do them right now before your show. And I was like, I need to go to a show.
You're not my mom.
Yeah. And he goes, well, you don't live in your show. And I was like, well, technically I do. It's probably the best time of my life. I love the show. And then like a week later, he left a cooking sheet out with like a bunch of like pizza roll like crust on it on the top of the like on open on like straight on. I'm having like a mumble rap thing, just mumbling shit like right on top of the stove.
Yeah.
And he left it there for like a day and a half. I didn't say anything because I don't give a shit.
Right.
But then I left a dish in the fucking sink. And when he came back, he
Did you turn into New Jack?
Oh, dude, I should have. Well, he got pissed. He goes, what the fuck? That fucking dish was in the sink. I told you. I'm like, dude, you left a fucking cooking sheet with my cooking sheet with a bunch of fucking pizza roll shit on it. And he goes, I didn't leave that for 2 days. I was like, you did. He goes, why didn't you tell me? I was like, because I don't give a shit.
That is my, all right, so let me interject there. That is my favorite thing is when the dishes start piling up from two different groups of people, but the other group of people who does their dishes, quotes again, who does their dishes all the time, and then their dishes somehow they turned into your dishes.
Yeah.
Oh no, you use that. No, I'm positive I didn't.
Yeah. That was you. I saw you make pizza rolls because you said, "Hey, do you want any pizza rolls?" And I said, "No."
I said, "No, fuck you,
fuck your Tostino's pizza rolls."
All this is just reminding me that I need to do dishes.
Your roommate's not even home. Who gives a shit?
I mean, I've had like a plate in there for a while. I should probably wash it.
Are you starting to feel guilty now? You're like, "Oh fuck, I left the dishes. I didn't tell."
No,
them.
I mean, I should feel really guilty about how depression has turned my my home into a hovel.
Dude, what's all right? So this has been bothering me a lot lately because I'm lazy as fuck, but I'm also depressed as fuck.
Hell yeah.
And like, I'm starting to hear this thing like, oh well, yeah, some people are depressed, some people are lazy, and I'm like, fuck. Am I taking pills like then I don't need to be, and I'm just lazy? Am I just sad because I'm lazy?
Is that it? You can be both sad and depressed and lazy
and all.
You can be a trifecta of sad, depressed laziness
and anxiety. Throw that in there too.
Oh, anxiety too. I think that kind of goes with the sadness and the depression.
Mental illness. We could really wrap it up.
Yeah, we can just wrap it up.
No, I haven't cleaned my apartment since Nick left.
That doesn't surprise me, but who cares?
But does he like yell at you afterward?
No.
Nick would have no room to fucking yell at anybody.
So it's like this situation.
Right.
Like he leaves shit out, so you can't yell at someone else for leaving shit out.
No, we don't yell at each other I think the only time Nick yelled at me is when I did not use air freshener after taking a shit. It was like,
fair.
I don't want to smell your feces.
It smells like Burger King.
It was
Frank's Falafel House.
Frank's falafel.
I haven't eaten Frank's in a minute.
I'm surprised. You need to go to Boaz. That's the best Mediterranean food in Cleveland right now. Just for the record,
the parking is bad there.
It is, but you can, dude. If you go, you can pick it up, and they like if you order it online or whatever, you can go in and they have the online orders like right at the table with your name written on it and like closed up and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Boaz, dude. It's like it's the best falafel I've ever had in my life.
I've realized this year I fucking love falafel.
Right, dude? It's
so good.
So fucking good.
I worked at a falafel place for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And I was just getting free food. And I was like, this place is awesome. Then they underpaid me. And I was like, okay, time to leave. But at the one point I was like, am I getting underpaid? But I'm still getting free falafel.
Dude, that was like that was one of the things when I left Citizen Pie. I was like, man, I'm getting these $20 pizzas for free.
Yeah.
And it's good. But I was like, I'm miserable because I have to talk to these fucking cunts that come in here. I don't like the general public.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, Nick and I like never fight.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And I feel like if you guys do, it's just like a really like intense, good conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some intense, good conversations, definitely, but it's never like erupted into anything because we're very similar people.
I'm so happy Chelsea doesn't listen to this show because, like, I was, like, in the bathroom the other day and I was, like, cleaning it up. And we're both slobs, but, like, I always have to initiate the cleaning. But, like, at the same time, I'm messy, so I'm, like, I don't get on her ass about it.
Yeah.
It does get frustrating sometimes. But so I was in the bathroom the other day and I opened up the cabinet. You know, everybody's got, like, the fucking little trash can in there.
Yeah.
And it was just piled, like, 6 inches over it with, like, makeup wipes and fucking all this bullshit. And so I texted her, and this was because I hate this. I didn't mean to say, can we not do this? Because that's what my mom used to say.
Yeah.
And we meant me.
Yeah.
So I said, can we not do this? She goes, yeah, we need to break that habit. I wanted to be like, bitch, it's not my habit. Yeah. It's yours. I don't wear makeup all that often.
Only on Sundays.
You think that's bad? Before my son was my son, he was my daughter, and he had a pile of used pads behind.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck you! I would disown that child.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, I don't care if you're they, them, he, she. You're fucking gross. Is what you are.
Now you're happy as a boy.
I should have known that something was right there. But I just figured,
Hey, you don't take care of yourself like a chick, just so you know.
Yeah.
all of I just figured all kids are gross.
Yeah.
Oh, which is
yeah, no, they are.
100% true.
You know how many
100%
kids
true.
you see just pick their nose and then like hug other kids?
Yeah.
And some of them lead into adulthood just being like, yeah, I pick my nose. So what? No one knows.
Fucking dirt merchants.
I pick my nose all the time.
Sometimes you got to get that shit out of there.
Oh, yeah, secret. And then they don't tell anybody. It happens. They're like, oh, fuck it, I don't have it.
Or like when a kid pisses their pants and they get like afraid to tell. Like, no, tell somebody because that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You come up to me and I fucking get wet, I'm gonna backhand the shit out of you. I don't care if it's my kid or not.
Kids touch it and shit.
Yeah,
They're like,
just-
can I? Am I wet? And they're like, whoop, I'm soaked. And then 5 minutes later, be like, oh, it's pretty sunny out.
Peeing your
Yeah.
pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah.
There was one of the kid acquaintances that I have.
I want a clip of that specifically.
What's a kid acquaintance?
I didn't want to have any.
Yourself?
I didn't want to have any clues as to who it was. So I didn't say niece or nephew or godson or any identifying information. I said kid acquaintance. Let me rephrase it. One of the children I sodomized. After I sodomized him at school one day, he pooped his pants because his asshole was too spread out. And he left it in his pants all day because he was embarrassed to tell anybody. And he developed quite a bit of diaper rash when he got home. He had to go to the hospital. The diaper rash was
When did you turn into the Queen of fucking England?
I just assume that's how people sound when they fuck kids.
Hello, I'm going to have sex with you, 4-year-old.
Oh my god! So anybody in like the what are they? What's the like? What is Australia is one and fucking Canada's one? They're all like part of like of England. What's that called?
The Commonwealth?
Yes, the Commonwealth. That's what I meant. So everybody in those countries, they all fuck kids.
I'm gonna fuck kids.
All right.
I mean, that whole island was literally built on criminals. Like
That's not a dick.
that's a dick.
That's a dick.
Gobbledile Dundee. Oh fuck, roommates though, am I right, guys?
I spilled Pedialyte on my pants, and it looks like I pissed my pants.
Dude, your roommate is so mad at you right now.
Dude, he's fucking
You're walking
pissed.
the door, he's gonna be like, "What's this on your pants?"
Yeah, he's like, why did you do that? Why are you coming to this house with that on your pants?
Are you pissing red? You shouldn't be here. You have COVID. Let me hit this bowl.
Yeah, let me.
Are you sure he's not on meth? He's like, without paranoid, the guy sounds.
Well, so this brought up you guys talking for some reason, and still the first. I forgot about this red flag. It was the first red flag.
Okay.
It was me. Again, the first round, me, Pat, K-Wood. I grew up to where if the fridge is full, like I got a pizza.
Yeah.
I got Little Caesars pizza, and I was like, I bought 2 pizzas because I didn't eat all day, so I was gonna eat one that day. The next one, there's no room in the fridge. Put it in the oven.
Yeah.
I put the pizza box in the oven. So I get a call the next day from my roommate Pat, and he goes, "Hey," and I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "You want to come to the house?" And I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "I can't tell you on the phone. Just be here." So I come in, and the dude K-Wood's like standing, like it's kind of like just like a mother that just got cheated on. Like that's the vibe I got.
like
He
a
goes,
white woman.
Yeah, but he was so paranoid. This was the first time, like he was like the first argument we ever had, and the first ever argument. And he goes, like when he would yell, sometimes he would be like, "Hey." Like kind of sound like Jerry Seinfeld, like out of wind.
What's the deal with this piss?
What are you doing? What's going on? And the one day he's like yelling at me. He goes, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "I almost caught the house on fire." And I was like, "How? How did you almost?" He goes, "Because you left the pizza box in the oven." And I was like, "But yeah, there was no more. Look in the fridge. There's no more room.
Yeah.
There's no more room, so we put it in the oven." And then he goes, "Well, I was preheating, and I almost caught it on fire because you didn't fucking tell anyone you left the pizza box in the oven. And I was like, wait, you didn't check the oven before you used it? And he was like, why would I need to check the oven before I use it? And I was like, I don't know, in case there's a pizza box in there.
Yeah.
And he gets pissed because he's logic. He's one of those person that's confident in his logic.
Yeah.
So once you use your profound logic, it's just pure anger. And he was so pissed. He goes, because I don't need to check the oven. Nothing should be in there. I was like, hey, Kaywood, do you check your car for gas every time you drive it? He's, yeah. And I was like, well, you check something before you use it. You just don't know it. You should check everything before you use it. He goes, but I'm never going to put a pizza box in the oven. And I was like, yeah, but you got roommates, and the fridge is full, so you're bound to have something in the oven probably. And it's not my fault you almost burned down the fucking house because you don't check shit before you use it. You're living in your world.
Before you start smelling like a burnt cardboard smell, you idiot. Fuck.
And I asked him, and then we were fucking like because he came at me, and I was like, I ain't putting up with this shit.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm wrong, I will say I'm sorry for not telling you I put it there, but I'm not going to take the blame for burning the fucking house down because you didn't check something before you used it. And like he starts yelling at me. I was like, dude, fuck you, dude. You're coming at me. You need to check shit. I was like, I will apologize because I'm too nice of a fucking person for not telling you I left a pizza box in the oven, but it's not my fault you started the oven without checking it. You're in your world. You need to live in the world, dude. That's not how the world doesn't revolve around your rules.
Yeah.
And then he was like, fuck you. And he went to his room. And I was like, I was so pissed. I knocked on his door. And he goes, you come to apologize? I was like, no, I came to ask for $5. And he's like, why? I was like, that was my dinner today. $5 pizza. And then he got pissed. And then the next day,
the righteous indignance is amazing.
Because I'm like, dude, I'm a comic, man. Like, I don't want to fuck with you. But he showed me weakness.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Pounce on it.
And I'm a nice person. Like, if I'm very wrong, I've been wrong. Like, we're all wrong all the time. Sure. And I feel guilty when I'm wrong. And I get in my own head even when I'm not wrong. But this was one of those moments I was like, I apologize for not telling him. And he still tried to blame it on me. Yeah, that guy's he was being an asshole. I didn't know he was an asshole. I thought he was being an asshole. So that was probably the first moment.
Yeah.
But I want to quickly go into the end because the end is probably the best part.
Sure.
So.
Oh, I just want to say real quick, if somebody introduced themselves to me as Kaywood, I'd be like, is that your real name? If they said no, I'd be like, well, I'm not going to call you that.
Yeah.
Because you don't deserve it.
I started calling him Johnny, and he really didn't like it. Because I was like, your name's John. Johnny. He goes, don't fucking call me John.
Why not Jay Wood?
Yeah, Jay Wood. Yeah, he smokes Jays.
Yeah, man. All right, so the last thing.
So this is built up. So we go to check out a place. Moving out.
You're going to continue to live with this
Hold
dude?
on. I was like, he's kind of going frantic. He doesn't like his job. He doesn't like the cleanliness of the house, even though it was clean. Like, he's still in his own head. Yeah. And I was like, I need somewhere to move out. Because Brett moved out. So I'm like, all right. He goes, you want to move somewhere else? I was like, yeah, I will move somewhere else. So we end up going to a friend of his has this place. And it's like it's a really nice place. Like, it's in like downtown Lakewood.
Okay.
I live by a school, so like it's fine, but it's like really well priced.
Don't tell Jeremy you live by a school.
Got a lot of acquaintances.
You live by a school.
Oh, fancy.
By school, you mean pool?
Yeah. So what happens is we meet the guy, and the landlord was kind of weird. He was a nice guy. He like lived upstairs. He wasn't like he was that guy you just tell him something and then he's easy communication.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, this guy's cool. So then Kaywood's like, yeah, I want to be his friend. And I was like, hold on, this is getting weird.
Oh God.
So he's like, I want to be his friend. I want this place reasonably priced. He hasn't given me a price, so I don't want to rip him off. And I was like, well, no, there's nothing ripping people off if he gives us a price.
And we like it.
If we like it, we go with it. And if we don't like it, we don't go with it. Because it's based off your living and my living wages.
Yeah.
And
not like I like this guy. I want to give him an extra $100 a month. You fucking dick face.
Nobody tips their landlord.
Oh, you're in for a treat. So we see the place, and the landlord loves us.
Okay.
I'm asking questions, and this was actually one of those times the landlord was kind of a nerd.
Yeah.
Like, which I'm a nerd, but he was more of a computer nerd.
Okay.
Like, he was like, yep, I play video games 24/7. Like, which is fine, but that's him, and they had that in common. So I was like, oh, I put my charm up. And then the guy didn't really, he thought I was nice and thought I was cool, but he was like, they were really broing out. Like, they were like, oh, yeah, we could work out down here. Oh, yeah. And I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't live here. But it was a really nice spot. And he's going over the prices. He's like, yeah. So he goes, I rented it out for $900. but they lived here for 4 years. So we're thinking I can go 1,000. 1,000. I was like, oh, 1,000's great. Right before I say something, the dude K was like, well, dude, we don't want to rip you off. You can give a higher price. And the guy goes 1,100, and K was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, I'm not gonna rip that guy off. I was like, no, he gave us a price. He's fine with that price if he gave that to us. So then I'm so pissed. I'm just like, whatever. The rest of I don't like say anything. I am now the lady that had a bad meal at Olive Garden, just kind of in the car, just like it was fine. It was like I'm just kind of like I don't want to yell at this fucking guy. I don't yell at people. I holding it in. A couple days later, I'm like looking at my finances. I am like 200 in debt. I need to pay 1,100. We need to split 1,100 a month, and pretty much 1,100 the first month for just renting. And I'm like, hey, dude, I can't. Like a couple days later, I was like, hey, dude, I honestly can't live. I can't afford to live anywhere, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I can't, and so I need to move back in with my parents, or like hang out with stay with my girlfriend, like do that. And then he's like, you kind of screwed me over. I was like, dude, I told you like 3 days later. I was like, I told you how did I screw you over? And then he's like, I'm kind of disappointed you screwed me over. We have a talk. He's a little disappointed. I was like, I get it, whatever. So then,
did you agree to move into this place?
No, it was right before we were sending our background checks. And right when I sent my background check, I remember I went to work, then I came back and I called him. I was like, hey, dude, I know I just sent the background check, but
ain't gonna work.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And he was kind of like butthurt about it. And we didn't have a yelling match. He was just like, oh man, I kind of feel screwed over now. I need to find another place to live by myself. I was like, well, dude, I'm sorry. I don't want to fucking live with my parents or, move, but I have to because I don't have any fucking money right now, dude.
Yeah.
I need to save up. And so like a week goes by, and like we didn't have a bad altercation from that. He kind of told me how he was feeling. I was like, I get it. You're in a rough spot. Again, I'm too nice. I'm like, you're in a rough spot. It's fine. We didn't yell at each other. He told me he was like kind of saddened. I was like, it's fine. You're gonna find a good place. You could find another roommate for that if you want. You'll be all right, dude. You got fucking money. You're fucking loaded. Mm-hmm. And so then I forgot what the trigger was. This was the last moment. These were the last 3 or 4 days. The last 3 or 4 days, it was Loki, the Loki series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first episode came out.
Okay.
So for all those Marvel shows, I was staying up till 3 a.m. I was like staying up.
For them to drop?
Yeah, fucking loving it. So I'm on the phone with my girlfriend at the house. And it's like 2:55, and I'm so excited for the Loki series because I was like, it's going to be better than WandaVision.
It was.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was grounded, but it was still classic Captain America. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but Loki's going to be crazy, I can tell. So I'm like laughing, like talking on the phone. I walk past his room, and I'm on the porch smoking a cigarette, and the dude like yanks my shirt, like yanks my shoulder. And I look at it, and I have my AirPods in, so I'm like ready to punch somebody, and I see it's him. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? And he's like, you're fucking yelling, walking past my fucking room? I was like, well, sorry, I was laughing. I'm like on the phone with Lexi. And he goes, I don't fucking care, dude. You're fucking selfish. Fuck you. I'm glad I'm not fucking living with you. You're a piece of shit. Bye, motherfucker. And then closed the door. And like right before I closed the door, I'm like, dude, you need to go get fucking laid. By the way, he hasn't got laid in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And the last time I got him laid, he was way too drunk to remember. And that was like his big crush. And I'm like, hey, I tried to help you. Maybe hold your liquor. But I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So he gets really pissed. And I tell him to go fuck himself. Because I'm like, dude, you just fucking yank, like coming at me. Now I'm not even pumped about Loki. Now I just want to fucking get pissed off and punch a wall.
Yeah.
So I go back to open the door. Like I have a front door, and then like like some places have like a little like tiny little hallway in front of. So it's like a front door, and then the door like kind of like not across from it, but like next to it.
Yeah.
So I open the first door, and I try to open the second door, and it like barely opens. He moved a fucking couch in front of the door. He moved a couch from the door, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I took a picture. I'll show you guys a picture after. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? So, like, I'm pissed. I'm watching Marvel. It's a heavy fucking couch. So I just end up, like, one arm. Like, I'm, like, when you get really angry, you could just lift shit.
Oh, yeah.
I just fucking, like, barely squeezed my arm, like, on the side of the door, lifted the couch, pushed it, ran to his fucking room, and pretty much told him he's a piece of shit. I was like, dude, you're fucking coming at me right now because I walked past your room laughing. Go fuck yourself, dude. You're a fucking bitch. And then he's like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And he's like kind of just being like, fuck you. I don't have to fucking live with you. I don't need to deal with your shit anymore. I was like, what shit are you dealing with? He's like, you're always lying. I was like, what do you mean lying? He goes, you're always saying you're sorry. And I was like, yeah, because I'm sorry. He goes, but then you do similar things to that you were sorry for.
This
I was
dude
like,
needs a fucking psychiatrist,
yeah.
dude.
And I'm like, well, that's what happens in life. I mean, I don't make this crazy mistakes. Like what? I'm fucking talking on the phone, walking past a room, and you're bitching at me. So then I'm fucking heated. I'm heated all fucking day. I'm with the Cosmo.
Yeah.
With the Cosmo. And I'm telling him, and AJ's like, fuck that guy. He's like, that guy's a motherfucker. Because he met him once. He goes, I didn't fucking like that guy when I met him. And now I just want to fucking punch that guy in the fucking face. I was like, yeah, AJ. So then what I end up doing is we end up going to the Village Tavern, and I was going to do stand-up, and I'm so fucking heated. So right before I go to the Village, me and my buddy show up. And by the way, Kay would stop smoking weed for like the week beforehand for like a drug test. So he stopped smoking weed, and he was very particular. Like he didn't want to smoke. Like he made like one of those like paper towel things.
A
like
sploosh?
He made a sploosh because like he was like paranoid that the neighbors upstairs, who's a DJ, that they gave a shit about
my
weed.
God.
And he was paranoid about the landlord always. I was like, dude, no one fucking gives a shit. Weed's fucking fine.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So my buddy comes over, and I was so pissed. He goes, I'm gonna hang it. Like he was like being a good friend. He's like, I'm gonna hang out with you. You're fucking feeling it. Because I'm feeling that regret. Like I should have fucking punched him.
Yeah.
Because someone's just trying to fucking take advantage of my kindness and just like they're taking out their aggressions on me. So my buddy Andrew he hits a bowl in the house, and I'm like kind of like I see him do it. I'm just like whatever. Like my roommate's not there. Like I don't care because I'm just like fucking heated, and I'm like I need to get a fucking glass of water. So I get a glass of water, and the dude Kaywood walks from the front door with to-go food, comes in the house, and I'm like okay, and he goes, fucking that guy's fucking smoking weed. What the fuck? I'm not mad at you, Brian. You're a piece of shit. Again, you're fine. I don't know you that well. I'm like, hey Andrew, can you walk out of the room, please? And I fucking go off on this dude. I'm like, dude, you're a motherfucker.
Oh, I would have done it in front of. I would have done it in front of the dude.
Well, I didn't want to. I didn't.
No, I get that you don't want to,
Yeah.
but I at that point I would have been like,
My inner I'm half my Puerto Rican came out because anytime he said something, I was like, nah, you shut the fuck up, you pussy ass bitch. And I was like, I'm bigger than you, I'm smarter than you, you make more money than me, but I can beat it out of you. And I start getting really mad. Like I don't threaten him.
Right.
The only time I do is he's trying to say all this shit. I was like, you got fucking problems. You think I got problems? You have fucking mental problems. And I was like, and he was like, I don't care. He goes, keep talking. You just sound crazy. And I was like, hey, you want to sound crazy, huh? How about you meet me in the front yard and I'll beat your fucking ass and I'll take a selfie in front of your passed out body. And he goes, and then he walks out of his room. He goes, I might call the cops because you threatened me. And I was like, I asked for your consent to fight, asshole. And I started kind of laughing because I had to say that out loud. And then and then we like move our cars because like he parked behind. He goes, well, I need to fucking move. And I was like, fuck you. We're gonna move your fucking car. And I'm like walking. There's like neighbors outside, and I'm following this dude to his car, saying, "You're a fucking bitch. You're all fucking talk. Then I come to you, and you're fucking scared. You're trying to get the demon out of me." I start doing that fucking. I literally felt like fucking him and Danny McBride in Hot Rod. I literally felt like that, where he was like just fucking pissed. And I said that out loud, and I didn't laugh until like 20 minutes later. But then he ends up we end up moving the cars. He goes in there, and I'm walking to him. Neighbors that I've known for 3 years are kind of looking at me. I was like, I'm sorry. He's a fucking asshole. And then I go to the Village, and I have a couple beers, but I can't even drink because I'm so fucking angry.
Yeah.
So I end up going back with my other buddy. We end up going back, me, my other buddy, and my girlfriend. And we have like 3 big couches. And it's like 3 a.m. I know he's sleeping. Because the last time I woke him up.
Yeah.
So I get boiled up. I was like, all right, if he wants to be petty, I can play this game. We moved all of our couches in front. So how our rooms was that like you walked into it was like the living room, like the dining room, and then there's like a door that opens up, like you got to open it out.
yeah.
And then once you open that, his room's right on the left. There's a bathroom, and then Brett's room, and then my room. So there's that little hallway. It's the only way in and out. So in front of that little hallway door, we put all the fucking couches there. I moved every single piece of furniture there. And just barely enough so I don't know, legality wise, I didn't want to I didn't want to go to jail.
Kidnapping or something.
Yeah,
or restraint.
So I left a little bit of room, but it was pure pettiness. And I was so hulked up. I was like, I don't care if I move all this shit. I don't fucking care. And And I left all of them I left all the fucking couches and all that shit in front of that fucking door. So when he opened it, he was pissed off. And I left him enough room to open, like a little bit of space, but he had to like crawl, like, not crawl, but like put his feet sideways and like walk really particular and like climb over couches and shit. And I didn't see him after that for a couple days. But then my landlord always talks to me. He doesn't like the landlord. The landlord doesn't really tell him stuff because the landlord's really foreign, and I'm the only one that can understand him because I have an abuela. And it's like foreign languages are like not that hard for me to understand. Right. And so he calls me and like they're doing open houses, and this is like 2 days after the couches. I haven't been back to the house since. So the landlord goes, hey, he goes, yeah, we're having an open house, people coming at 12:30. And I was like, okay. And it's like 12. And I remember I was like, oh, fuck, the couches are still there. I'm going to go back there and save my own ass. And so I go back there and I'm like, all right, there's two things going on in my head. A, if the landlord's there and the couches are there, I play dumb. If the landlord's not there, I move all the couches back to where they were and I just leave. So I move all the couches back, and I'm kind of giggling because I'm like, the landlord's not here. My dumb fucking... I'm like giggling the whole time. I'm like, whoa, I'm fucking cool. I just got revenge, and it's pretty fun. And so then I end up opening his door, and he's like on his bed. Like, and also I turned off the Wi-Fi. Sorry, he works at home. I turned off the Wi-Fi with the couches. I like changed the password and everything. It was under his name, so I couldn't legally. He didn't know the password or anything. So yeah, he was on his. I can't believe I missed that. That was the most revenge actually because he works from home.
That's
and this
amazing.
was on and this I did this on a Wednesday, so he had like he had Thursday and Friday to get fucked. So, and then he's like on his bed on his phone with his headphones in. He just kind of like looks at me like a stare. And I was like, oh, I'm just happy you're alive. Like, that's all. And I start laughing and all the couches are moving. I see Dimitri out there and the landlord. And he goes, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, sorry, we were moving around furniture. I moved it all back to look nice. So, like, the carpet, like, there might be furniture marks like everywhere because we were moving shit around. And I'm like giggling. I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah, John know that there's a open house. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, John's fully aware there's an open house. And then all of a sudden, I watch the people. I stay there for a minute.
Sure.
I'm like late to work. I meet the new people. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, they're checking the place out. I watch them walk in. And then I just see Dimitri talking. And I'm like on the front. And I'm like, I did it. I got revenge feels good.
Oh, yeah.
Revenge.
Oh, yeah.
I've never gotten like pure revenge. And this is like in 26 years, I'm 26. And this is the first time I gave it to someone who deserved it.
Sure.
And I was like, God damn it, this is wonderful. And I looked at his light. He turned his light off and turned it back on because I know he turned it off. And then they came in, so he turned it back on. And that's the last I saw of him. Fucking
really?
Scumbag. Yeah. And he deleted. I deleted his number and everything. Yeah. He unfollowed me on Instagram. That's when I could tell it was real. Fucking. And I still feel good. Like now I'm all kind of hyped up. Like,
oh yeah. It's
like,
therapeutic to like fucking do that.
Yeah.
Especially when they deserve it. Like really deserve it.
That's a long story. I wanted you guys to talk because it's your pod, but
no, this is perfectly fine.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I feel so because I wanted to fucking punch the guy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he was just a motherfucker. Because when I talked to him, I went into him that second time after the weed thing. I was like, dude, you have no fucking friends. And anytime he said something, he goes, you're going to kill yourself one day. I was like, I will, motherfucker, but I'll fucking see you in hell. I'll beat this shit out of you. And like, because he tried to say stuff. I was like, I don't care. You could say whatever you want. I'm going to, I've made people that don't want to laugh at my comedy giggle.
Yeah.
I can make someone that's trying to think they're smarter than me. I can belittle the fuck out of you, dude. And I feel really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So awesome.
It's better when you beat people mentally, instead of like kicking the shit out of somebody. Psychological warfare is so much better.
Yeah.
You fuck people up way more that way.
I felt like the Undertaker.
I'm gonna put you on my symbol.
How pissed would you guys be if you worked from home and you thought you were smarter than your roommate and he turned off the Wi-Fi?
Oh, dude, and
also, if you're stressed at your job.
Well, I'd like to be a fly on the wall to like once you had turned off the Wi-Fi and left. I would have loved to seen his reaction.
Oh yeah,
that would have been like that's where the money is.
Because he played with the Wi-Fi.
Oh, for sure.
Because I was gonna move the Wi-Fi box, but then I called my dad at like 4 a.m. I was like, Dad, I'm getting fucking revenge on that motherfucker. I was like, he goes, do what you got to do, but is the box in his name? And I was like, it might be. And he goes, don't move the box. And I was like, oh, just change the password. Change the Wi-Fi name password, and then change the account information password online, and then I'm good because I'm the only one that has it.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That's fantastic. I'll just say, like, this isn't roommate shit, but Chelsea just sold a fucking record for $600 and through Discogs. And
ABBA?
No, it's this old Akron band that put out like 1 7-inch, and so she sold it on Discogs, but the guy hit her up and was like, hey, so I don't have to pay like $60 fee like through Discogs, can you sell it to me on eBay? So she did. He's now trying to refund it, like get it, because he got it and fucked it up. And so, but she, like, they were going back and forth, and like the people she was talking, because they always side with the buyer, they never side with the seller. And she was like, I think she got him down to like, she's giving him a 25% refund. She's going to keep the rest of the money.
Okay.
But that does not change the fact that we are going to sign him up for every fucking mailing list that this guy will never
that's fucking awesome.
Dude, Chelsea's a fucking evil genius. And I'm like, oh, I got shit. She goes, because I used to work at like a telemarketing place. She goes, could we get him on one of his lists? I can sign you up for every fucking one I remember calling.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do.
G'day, mate. I'm coming over to your house and booking your kids.
Cheerio.
Get on this list, governor. So, Brian, where can we find you on the internets?
By the way, this was awesome. Oh, God. This is stress relief. You can find me on Instagram at the Bryan Sternik, Twitter at the Bryan Sternik. I don't have a www. I don't have a website yet, but you can find me on MySpace. my account's still on.
No, I don't know if we follow each other on Instagram. We might. But ever since I had to switch to the Hate Flow account, like I never see your shit anymore, so I'm just gonna have to like start interacting with your stuff again.
Yeah, because we were interacting on Twitter about like a bunch of wrestling shit.
Exactly. Every day. All right, yeah, so I'm following you there. Yeah, I'll just have to like interact with you more so you keep. I hate the fucking. There's so many people's shit that I just don't want to see. I'm like, I want to talk to people that I used to talk to on my old account.
Yeah, you know how many fucking like open on Twitter? You know how many like open micers? Like I don't care if you're an open micer, that's fine. But I'll see like someone on like Twitter with like 17,000 followers. It's usually like a New York like girl comedian, and then like they'll post like the funniest fucking jokes. And get so much feedback, like hundreds of retweets and like hundreds of favorites, and then they'll post one of their stand-ups and it's just like at a fucking dive bar with like the worst jokes. And I'm gonna let the hate flow because I'm kind of feeling it. A lot of funny, but I'm just like, how are you just have all these? You're a visual laugh or something.
Because you get more followers when you live in New York or LA.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's just what it is. Although I know some LA guys that don't have as many followers as they should,
and they're hilarious.
Yeah,
like Josh Morrow. I think he's really funny. He's only got like 300 Twitter followers, and he's like He was like traveling, like all like different states, like a working comic. And and then you see someone that has like awful on stage, and then they're blowing it up on like social media.
Yeah, well, it's different skill sets needed to do effective social media promotion to where you get those numbers that mean something to the people that are going to book you and actually like doing the thing that you're being booked for. It's different skill sets. Also, people buy followers. So
that's true.
That was what I was going to say.
But I don't know. I enjoy some of those like people that they make good online content, and it's just like, we're going to keep our relationship online. And then I'm not going to get tricked into trying to book you for something.
Yeah.
I remember the first time that happened, I saw somebody, they had a couple of TV appearances that were really funny, and then they were really funny online.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit, they're coming to Youngstown. I really want to go see them. So I ended up borrowing somebody's car and like driving out there and getting there, missing my friend that was on the show that like got me in to see their set, and he looks at me and says, just hang around until she starts checking the audience members' purses. I was like, what? He's like, oh yeah, she closes by checking, going through people's purses in the crowd. And I'm like, no,
No, mate.
I'm gonna fuck your kids, mate.
You don't know what you're fucking doing if that's what you're closing.
God
with.
damn.
That was their closer. I was so mad.
Shit.
So yeah, don't do that. So Jordan, I don't think we're gonna find somebody that hates their roommate as much as Bryan Sternik.
No, there is another.
I won't apologize again. I'm a repeat offender. You can see right through my skin. I don't care about making mistakes. I keep setting up and falling out my face. Feed me numbing agents. Drag me to the ring. Another discharge vapor. Daniels is drunkenness. I keep my bruise and my brain and under the punches. And I was meant to take.
This has been a Lousy Weather Media Network production. Find new episodes and archives at lousyweathermedia.com.